Go! 1, 2, 3. Hey, man, I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna touch verse right now.
Blue moon up, Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna prove untrue. Blue moon up, Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gonna let me blue.
Well, Hardy, how are you doing? And greetings to everyone, wherever you may be watching from. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and we're back today with an eBay seller that's someone that's pretty new to the gold community. Last few months has come on the scene and is producing some pay dirt that a lot of people have been checking out. So we got us a bag. Like I said, he's an eBay seller. And so what's even cooler, he's from my home state of Texas. So let us turn to the new gold epicenter of South Louisiana, our table, and see what we got in the bag from Big Texas Prospecting. That's right. And as you can see, I'm getting started a little late in the day on this one. We've already got us a nice little moon coming up there in the distance. And yeah, I wish I could get a better zoom in on that, but it looks pretty good for the phone for a daylight moon. So yeah, we're catching it at the end of the day here. Yeah, you just kind of got to get on it when you can, but you can see we've got all of our proper elements in place, and we've got our seasonal showing up there. It's going to start getting spookier and spookier here as we move into the Hallow season. And so yeah, let's see what we have from Mr. Big Texas Prospecting. And I got his stuff in. He's over in San Antonio beside me, just 8 hours away. And this stuff went to Dallas, went up to, I forget, like Nashville or something, then back down to Dallas where it's set for weeks. It took almost 4 weeks to get this when he was literally right beside me, next state over, 8 hours away, due west. So I don't get that. But at least it came in one piece and nothing missing out of it. So let's see. How does he have this? Okay, he's got it taped across the. And we did a mail call on this, so y'all might remember getting a look at it before. George at Big Texas Prospecting, and there he's got his label. Paydirt. This is his New Mexico dry river bed dirt, 1/2 gram bag, $39.99 for this bag, postage paid. It plus tax, it was like $43, and I take off $9.99 for postage, which, if y'all noticed, it's up to $10.40 for a flat rate small box now. Whenever I sent mine out the other day, it's gone up to $10.40. When I started this a year ago, it was still at $7.80. And yeah, it's just going the wrong direction. But some New Mexico driver, and his packages come with, there's a free gift on the site. So it came with a very cool little silver shovel. And I've got the black ones from John R. Prospecting, and the rainbow colored one. I don't have any silver, so that's cool. And then he also includes, hold on, this is all taped up. Damn, that was very well secured. A gold shovel, which is a larger shovel than our silver. So you can compare the sizes there, but again, very cool. So that's a neat addition to that. And he's got some that was coming out from Milano down in South Texas where he close to where he lives. So hopefully we'll might get a bag of that when we get some more Texas gold, since I've gotten it from Cross Creek. And then he also, I guess he didn't have these, or when he sent these out through when I got the package, they didn't come in, so he included my Big Texas prospecting stickers there, you see. So very cool stickers that he has. So thank you so much for that. So let's just go ahead and open this up and see what we got from New Mexico. All right, well, it is some dry. You can see it kicking up some dust. So let's let me get this set up here. Some water, and we'll be right back. All right, I thought we could start by getting a weight on our bag and see. I felt like it was a couple of pounds. Yeah, 2 pounds. 2 pounds of material. So we have an official weight on there. So let's just get a look at this and see how it looks. Well, we got this little vial in there too. It's very nice, but I don't use anything with a cork. Gold tends to get in the holes in the cork if you are silver or anything else that comes in contact with it. So, and it's not a very, if I have to jam it in there enough to get it to hold it in place, it's I tear it up once it's in there trying to get it out. So yeah, it's I've got quite a few of those little things sitting around, but there we have it. Some Rocky. We're going to go ahead and knock it down with a classification. Looks like we're going to have some that's going to want to dissolve anyway. We got our organics in there. Let's see here. I don't know if y'all saw, I put out a new short the other day on from that one of the UN, saying how they had openly colluded with Google to change what you can see when you call up the search results, because there weren't enough, it wasn't libtard propaganda from the woke climate cultists declaring the world was going to end in 12 years, and they just couldn't have that. So they went in now, when you call it up, she went into detail on it. You know, they're you're getting their information. And she even said it, we own the science. Anytime anybody says that about science anyway, you need to go the opposite direction, get the hell away from them, ignore everything they say. But YouTube hit me with a age restriction on it. Said it contained information that was fraudulent, however they phrased it, fake news basically. And I said no. Once again, I had to pummel them about the head and neck, and they reversed it. They said, I said, yeah, you read it again, bitch. And they did. So that's I'm 2-0 against YouTube right now, my friends. So don't I said, don't let them push you around. These fascist scumbags. I mean, we've got to use them because they're the only game in town still. But don't buy into their bullshit. And like I said, don't let them push you around. So I'm rather happy with the outcome of that one. Dare him to fuck with me again. I told him when I did my last video, don't fuck with me. So there you have it. So let's see how this breaks down. Oh, it's very dirty. We're going to want to definitely have our pour off. But yeah, I left a link in that for Jesse Waters. That's where it came from. I love him and Tucker Carlson. Great guys. Tucker Carlson's the Walter Cronkite of our generation as far as being on. He's better than Walter Cronkite. Walter Cronkite was a fraud too. He was big media and lied to the American people about what the totals were in Vietnam night after night. I remember being a little kid watching that, and they'd show their dead compared to our dead. We always had a few hundred to their thousands on the death count every night. It'd be on the news. Like I said, I'm a little kid, and first, second grade, seeing that. I wasn't even sure we were fighting. I thought we were still fighting the Japs. they looked like the Japs to me. I don't know. And I thought we'd already taken care of those bitches, but no. Yeah, and they added it up at the end of the war. It's like, yeah, if we had actually killed the number of Vietnamese that they said we did, it was like 10 times the population of the country or something. So it was all like the war itself, just propaganda. And they're still pushing it now in every aspect on steroids. They're still going after people for that. If you question the mask mandates that they're going to, and don't think for a second, my friends, they are not going to return mask mandates as soon as we are done. There's a nice little golden chunk to start us off. Beautiful. Look at there. Some New Mexico gold. Nice little frilly piece. Very nice. All right. Let's see, what did I do with it? What did I do with the rocks? I may actually have to break out the light here tonight to get this done, just because it's almost the end of the week and I got to have this video done and processed by Friday, preferably by Thursday night, to have it go up for notification. And I have to say thank you again to Mike at Gold Nugget Sales for doing that. He did one of his incredible videos. He said he's a videographer. He doesn't just make videos. He's an artist at that stuff. But he did the reviewing the reviewers on his gold vlog channel on My Paydirt, and that was just so cool. Like I said in the comments, I was actually kind of shaking with excitement as I was watching it, because it just looked so cool. You kind of always get the jitters. It was just awesome. So thank you so much for that. Gold Nugget Sales, great company. He's going to be doing other pay dirts that we're in on the people send him, that they not send it to him. He buys it. He's doing like a series on it for people that review his stuff and showing if they've got a pay dirt or something that they do to show that. So just really, like I said, just really cool. And then seeing that kind of quality on my stuff makes it even better. Makes this stuff look like a pile of crap. I'll tell you that. But we work with what we got. But yes, I was very honored to be included in his. There's some nice big chunks of gold in that larger stuff. Classification. Very, very nice looking pieces. Fortunately, this camera has a great low light thing, so it stays a lot brighter in the camera than it is out here as it gets darker. But yeah, look at there. Lovely. Get that up. All right, I think I'm going to, as usual, I'm going to go ahead and get this class cleared out of here so I don't have to redo it. And when I go through the small stuff, and oh well, hell, I don't need to. It doesn't matter. I can do it all at the same time. It's not that big of a deal. So we'll start off with about that much out of the top of our pan and see how we go. Very dirty material there. So yeah, I decided I'm gonna have to do something for Halloween. So I'm gonna be making up the Bayou Gold guy, some Blood Bayou Nightmare Pay Dirt, and it'll have the appropriate label on it, and it's gonna be some of the worst dirt that you'd never want to do, and it's gonna have the worst hematite and magnetite to get out, and small gold to get out of that on top of it. And I'll be giving one of those away for our Halloween show. If you dare to want to try it, I'm telling you, it's not gonna be something you're gonna want to do. And I might offer one bottle up for sale of it, just because it'll gonna be a cool pay dirt. Maybe the sale bottle I might put in something horrific in there with it. It'll we'll see. But yeah, it's I sent some out. I made up my first test bag of it, and I sent it out to a viewer, and we'll see what he thinks of it, if he gets a chance to do it. I doubt he'll have a chance to do it before I make it up for the giveaway on here, but I just thought it would be something for the Halloween. What? Oh, my little kitties are starting to gather for the at dusk comes feeding time. We're getting down there pretty good. Oh, we didn't yeah, let's do a quick check for our black sand content on here. It looks like we got some sticking to the magnet on this one. So yeah, that's a good little amount of black sand that's in there. Nothing terribly excessive though, so we should be able to handle that okay. Get down to our, add a little more of that to it just for good measure. Oh, I didn't refill my bottle there either. Okay, well, let's see what we got here in our first batch of fine stuff. I mean, that was already a pretty good amount of gold we got out of that larger classification. Some nice little chunky sizes there. And I'm seeing more showing up here right away. Looks like a piece of wire gold in there. Yeah, the Bayou blood bag I made, that's the first pay dirt I've ever made up and put in a bag that wasn't in a in a spice bottle or a vodka bottle. Nice little piece of gold up there with that black sand holding. All right. Very sweet. Got a little bubble action going there with them. There we go. Yeah, very nice. All right. Well, let's add that to the. What are you doing? Cat with the pumpkin. That's as Halloween as it gets, doesn't it? That's my little hurricane rescue. She's the first one that became not feral and calmed down, and then there she goes up on the in a hurricane's old spot. Meanwhile, I actually have another one out here that has just come here, sweetie. Are you gonna come over here and have some dinner? My little Hurricane Junior, come here. Can you come see me? Come here. You want to come see me? She is actually, she's not gonna do it now since we're sitting here. Actually gone from being where she would not even be out here when I was out here to, you want some dinner? When I had her, oh look, yeah, she's gonna come up right here, aren't you? You gonna come up and see us, huh? You gonna come up and let them see how tame you, huh? Come here, baby. Look at there. Look how brave you are. Yeah, she would never would have imagined letting me do this to her even a month ago. She has gotten, and they all, first thing they do whenever they when they get tame and get some loving is they love those head scratches. They realize, man, I've been missing getting ears rubs like this. But it's taken a year for her to get like this. Little Blackie got tame right. But again, she looks a lot like Schrodinger, my little 12-year-old sweetheart I lost. So I'm just so happy that she's I'm the only person I think that's probably ever pet her. She doesn't let anybody, even the house she lives under next door, they don't get to touch her. So I think this may be the only time she's ever been petted, maybe since she was a little kitten, if then. She's got her ear tagged where they cut it off. They tip it whenever they fix them and then release them as street cats. But yeah, my girl here, she's she's gotten so brave, and this is all just in the last couple of weeks where she's before she got to where she let me touch her nose, right? You let me touch your nose while she was eating. And like I said, she wouldn't even be out here before. So yeah, you are such a sweetie. So yeah, it's one of my hurricane successes there too. I don't know what we're gonna do whenever it gets cold, and I'd have to start having those nights when it's 23 degrees, and I'm gonna be trying to figure out something that they'll get into to stay warm. But all right, well, there y'all go. That was a little Schrodinger Jr. and my little bit. And that kind of said, it's kind of ironic because I lost Irwin, my black cat, who was the big giant, and I lost Schrodinger the year before. And now I've got outside versions of them that are just the opposite. The black one's the little tiny one, and the Schrodinger Jr. is the big one. But they're still kind of with me out here. So I like I said, I always have dry food for them out here, and then I give them some wet food every night. And that's what really tamed them was coming to have that wet canned food. They just weren't used to that experience in their diets, being little feral kitties. So, all right, well, I'm going to go through this and we'll be back to see how it looks. All right, we are down to, actually, I guess this is about three pans that I've added on this. A lot of y'all know I really don't like doing that. I like to get it out each time, and especially when I'm dealing with smaller gold, not wanting to risk losing any that unnecessarily. But with the encroaching darkness, I was trying to expedite it a bit, and we also ended up with a nice little cluster of gold coming out of it too. So worked out. Just enough black sand to kind of hang up there at the top. You have to go slow to get it knocked down. Got the neighbor boys out playing. Neighbor boys they're 20 and 22 or something, 18 and 21. They were blasted with airsoft the other day. It was hilarious. They're out there. Really cool weapons that they had, and soaking the pellets and let them absorb water, and then you fire them. They blow up when they hit you. They hit pretty hard too. I had them shoot me a couple of times to see what it. I mean, it wasn't anything bad at all, but yeah, you knew when you got hit. Let's see, is that? I'm not sure if that's a trace amount left behind or not, but we're not going to risk it. So, all right, well, a nice little cluster there. You can see I got the light on the phone now. We're getting into darkness. We're just a step away from bringing in the outdoor lights, so we'll see. All right, we finished off this pan with a nice little little cluster there, and you can see we've got some little wire piece in there and some very fine specks showing up as well. So very cool. I brought out the 1.5 amp light to hit me from behind so I could actually see those little specks showing up there. All right, very nice. All right, we are down to our last pan here. We've been getting some really nice gold out of every pan. Fun stuff to do. Pretty easy. Nothing too hard about it, other than being a little dirty. Like I said, you get that bit of black sand at the end just to give it a little challenge, make it entertaining. You gotta have some entertainment. Speaking of entertainment, has anybody gone to the movies in the last couple of weeks? Because you had the choice of either going and seeing the new blockbuster, groundbreaking Bros. Because just what every normal American man wants to go see is a romantic comedy about gays, and yeah, $22 million movie. Another 20 million promoting it, and it made $4 million opening weekend at the box office. $4 million. That means, figure it at $15 a ticket. That's not even 400,000 people went to go see this movie, and it opened in over 3,000 theaters around the country. So yeah, Universal, their first, everybody in the cast is XYZ, LBJXQ, alphabet people, alphabet writers. Total propaganda film. Guess what? Like we've been saying over and over again, America is not gay. Americans are not interested in anything queer. And their tolerance has been pushed way beyond the tolerance level where it's shoved in your face, your kid's face at school, in every comic book, I just saw they're making the new Scooby-Doo. Velma's gay. Velma's going to be gay with a black lesbian that's going to bring her out of her gay because, and again, this is why they do that, and they take and destroy well-known, loved characters because they can't make anything that anybody's going to watch on its own merit because nobody cares. Nobody wants to see that shit. And, basically for normal, again, they want to call you cisgender like crap. We just call it normal men who aren't mentally disturbed enough to not know what sex they're supposed to be attracted to. That's the most repugnant thing just about in the world that you can see is two guys holding hands, making out, interacting at all. It's just, it's contrary to our nature in the wild. What happens if a male lion humps another male? He's not gonna be around to do it again, And so that's pretty cool that they got the full exactly what they deserve. Now they're blaming, it's because everybody's homophobe, and phobias suggest irrational fears. Nobody is irrationally afraid of queers other than them being around your kids and corrupting and the morality of a country as been pushed by the left. But no, there's no fear of it all. We just don't like and don't want to see it. Do what you want to in the privacy of your home, but when no, nobody wants to see that shit, and it's been proven at the box office. And if you missed that, then you could go see The Woman King, which was another propaganda film where they, rewrote history and made the head slave trade nation of Africa that brought blacks into slavery, enslaved them, sold them off, and were actually stopped by those evil, British colonialists that put an end to it. Or, and it's still going on in Africa right now. The biggest slave trades are in Africa to this day. But yeah, again, they're trying to pose these women as being some kind of saviors. And no, they hunted down and killed and enslaved other Africans. They were They were all scum. And yeah, it was the horrible white man that, again, just as the horrible white man ended slavery in this world as it was and would not be to this day. That's who stopped that. And again, but both these films have, it's flopped as well. It has to make 150 million to even start come close to breaking even. And I think it's at 40 million just because nobody, actresses quit the movie when they found out they were depicting this slave tribe as being some kind of, history change, just absurd. So again, just like, it's always been said that they don't like to pitch that, you know, slavery of blacks came from blacks. They're simple thing. Doesn't take a lot of history to figure that out. But yeah, these films have exposed the total propaganda machine that is Hollywood, feeding this crap down people's throats, and is just like all the late night hosts that are now off the air. Trevor Noah, whatever his name is, I never watched any of them, but they're all gone now. I think Seth Meyers is the only one left, whereas Gutfeld is just taking over the market. So awesome stuff. If you want to see a movie, go find Maverick, the Top Gun. I've watched it again. I've watched it a couple of times now. It is awesome. And you know what? It's a movie that makes you feel good about America. Some heroes doing heroic things against our enemy, Russia. And yeah, it's not anything they want to portray, America in any kind of good light anyway. So it's yeah, that's why it showed in the box office a 25-year low, even lower than when they came back from the fake Wuhan bullshit. And my friends, don't think for a second that is not coming back as soon as these elections are over. Get these people out. You cannot have these scum staying in office. It is crucial to this country that we get these people out of power. So yeah, no, nothing. Our movie theater still hasn't ever opened up since Ida hit last year. We've had you got to drive like an hour each way to go find a movie at a little theater in the next couple of towns over. But that's why I enjoy the high seas viewing. I watch everything. I wouldn't. Last movie I went and actually paid to go see that was worth it, I thought, was Godzilla versus Kong, and I really liked that. But yeah, the new Thor movie, God and Love and Thunder, whatever it's called, haven't even turned it on. I've got it HD. Just don't care at all. I watched the new Monsters movie from Rob Zombie. Was really hoping it was going to be something, fun, and dude, man, he needed to he's not a comedy writer. The graphics, the costumes, the lighting, all that is just incredible. But he's got his wife playing Lily, and she cannot act. Unfortunately, poor girl, she's just terribly cast for that. The guy they got to cast to play Herman is just, I don't know, he seems more fruity than, Herman had the innocence of a child. Fred Gwynn could pull that off and was not ever flamboyant as this guy is. He's just a little too frilly in too many of his gestures and his stuff. That's like, no, that's not Herman Munster. It's a poor imitation. And then of course it's just not funny. It's just really sad. I've watched it a couple of times trying to give it a chance. And the one I thought I would not like, the guy playing Grandpa is the best character in the movie. He's great. It's worth it just to see his character. But yeah, I was really and like I said, they rebuilt the Munster house and brought back a lot of stuff from the original series that they referred to. But again, it just does not, just falls short. So all right, well there we go. That is the end of our little movie rant and our gold. And look at that. Nice cluster there to finish off. Beautiful. And I had enough light to actually see the little pit specks and little pips in there. I will go through this tomorrow in the light of day, but I did not see anything that this light that's behind me now, it's a 1.5 amp work light there. My battery, so it's let's do zoomed in. It shows that pretty good on there. So I never really saw too much small stuff moving through here anyway to have missed. So I think we're good on that. So let's just go ahead and give it a look-see, if you will. And again, thank you all. I know last week, like I said, it was kind of flat. I'd been dealing with stomach issues for half the week, and I was good by Saturday. We had a good meaty Saturday night dinner that got me back in my caloric intake and meat volume. But yeah, thank you all for your well wishes on that. And it's just I haven't been sick in years. And subsequently, I talked to three different people that said that they had stomach issues and been kind of sick over the last week or two themselves. So that was kind of weird. Not people that I'd been hanging around before I was sick, but that they were. So yeah, look at that, man. That is an awesome pile of gold right there. Very nice little round chunky pieces. And we've got some of our fine specks in there with it too. So that's some very nice New Mexico gold. So let's get it sucked up, dried up, and checked out. All right, we have our pan of dried gold ready to go. If we can see it to zoom right. I don't know why it's doing that. Well, we'll take a look at it later. But yes, very, very pretty chunky little gold. Our scale is calibrated and set. So let's just see what we got here. 0.5 gram guarantee on this. We're already at 0.52, and we got some more still coming out here. And there we have 0.61. It had 1.5 for a moment there, 0.614. One, 2, and 1, 3. We're moving back and forth over a 0.5 gram though. We're well over our 0.5 gram guarantee on that, so that's just lovely. Some very beautiful gold. So if we can get it to stop rocking here, we've got our lovely dried gold pile of some very chunky pieces. Kind of round and chunky rather than flat. A different looking gold for sure. I said it looks red, more red color on here than it does in the camera in real life. It's very, very yellow gold. But some of it is darker. Oh, watch out there. Don't be catching the edges. That's why I've always got to pay attention when I have it sitting on the pedestal here looking at it. So yeah. So let's get this wrapped up. I bought this gold back in August when it was going for $1,789.15 an ounce. The 2-pound bag cost $39.99 plus $3.97 tax, and that was shipping included. So I take off, of course, always for postage, $9.99 for postage. So our material value of tax was $33.97. The gold value on this, getting our 0.613 grams, was $35.26, which gave us a 104% ROI. So that's killer. That is a great return on this. And again, some very cool gold and chunky and a little different than normal gold that I've seen. I haven't really done any that I know specifically from New Mexico that it came from that I know that like this did. So that's was something. I'll have I guess I'll start a vial of Mexico gold. I don't know. We'll see. I got to start consolidating some of these golds together. But yeah, very, very awesome stuff. eBay seller. And 10% of his it says 10% goes to support boys and girls clubs. So I don't know if that's after, what 10% though, is that what it says on the site. 10% goes to support boys and girls clubs. So that's very nice as well. So yeah, I'm real happy with this bag and some cool gold. Like I said, it's pretty easy to go through. Had a little bit of black sand in there, and like I said, well worth the money for that, especially for an eBay seller. They tend to be not the most reliable. So, but this is also somebody that's, like I said, that's been in the community now. I know. I mean, he may have been longer than I've known him, seen him, but he's been on my channel for a couple of months at least, and has already had a number of people that have done his dirt and done videos themselves on it. So he's not just a rando on eBay selling. So, and of course, then we had our very cool, out of there, our gifts of our shovels. So that, I mean, just those are worth a little, worth a few bucks on that too. And then our stickers, our very cool stickers he included. So yeah, we're that's not, he's not making a lot of money on like I tell you guys, I've mentioned before, I would not encourage anybody to do pay dirt because it is. But again, he's out there getting his own, so that's a little different. But no, if you're a backyard prospector, it is a failed failed idea from the start. Unless you just want to do it, like I said, for fun and give away gold real cheap. So but this is beautiful, and again, thank you for the cool gifts, and we'll add that to the collection, and we'll wrap this up. Well, all right. I think that's going to put a lid on this one for this week's episode. Actually, episode 88 on Paydirt Reviews. So thank you all so much for being here for that and getting me this far on doing this. Really appreciate that. Our Big Texas Paydirt, Big Texas Paydirt is I'd say that's a big thumbs up on that one. A great return and some very cool gold, nice round chunky pieces with a lot of characters. So that was very cool. Our shovels and like I said, I don't know what the deal is with the postage on that, getting it here for so long, but we finally got it in good shape. So that's the main thing. The way it's been running, I count anything that comes in not opened up as a win these days. So I guess that will, like I said, put a lid on this one. Thank y'all so much. I know there's probably a few people out there going, "There you go, guy. Why are you picking on the homosexuals?" And I'm not. I'm calling out the woke, libtard Hollywood bullshit that is trying to shove that crap down your throats as being mainstream, and applauding Americans who weren't bullied. Number one reason you go to see a movie is for entertainment. There's nothing entertaining about that movie Bros. And $22 million, another $20 million to push it, and they get $4 million at an opening weekend. That, again, that's, if you're paying $15 a ticket, which I think is probably higher than that, that's not even 270,000 people that went and saw this. So where are the millions of LGBXYZ, supporters for this kind of stuff? It seems like they don't even exist, doesn't it? Like maybe it's a lot less than even 1% of the population. Yeah, because it is. It's the woke libtards, just like with the BLM terrorists. It's not black people that support that. I live down here. I know a lot of black people. Normal black Americans do not think it's trash, and in no way support it. It's the middle-aged woman, man-hating feminazis and punk, libtard women that you see, and beta guys out there rallying with these other terrorists that call it a movement. No, it's not. It's bullshit. They're trying to shove it down your throats. Don't let them. And that's what I'm applauding. So, take it for what it's worth. I'm just, like I said, I'm calling it out for what I see it. just like I did on my other short video that YouTube jumped on me on. They may jump on me for this one too, but you know what we say to that. And I thank you again. You can see we're sporting our Music Man flag from that Paydirt, so I appreciate that, brother. And again, thank you all to everyone who watches, subscribes, stays in the live chats, takes parts in the giveaways, and just generally supports the channel. Not to mention everybody that sends me the awesome stuff in the mail to do for you and do on the channel, and just to share your stuff. And it's, like I said, it really is humbling, and I really do appreciate it. So until the next time, I think that will wrap up this episode of Bayou Gold Guy. I am Bayou Gold Guy, and Lord willing, the creek don't rise and YouTube doesn't get me. I'll see you on the next one. Until then, peace out, my friends.